morning, Miramar. I'm your host, Tamara G, and welcome to the show today. And let me tell you, please be sure to check us out at City of Miramar on our Facebook, our Instagram, and our Twitter pages. This morning we have from the Broward Medical and Rehab Center, Dr. Bruce Mark. He is a chiropractic physician, and his practice is located in Hollywood, Florida, right down the street from us, our neighbor to Miramar.
Here we are.
So, exactly. So welcome to the show. We appreciate you coming
Thank
in.
you very much, Tamara.
No.
It's great to be here.
I would love to talk to you about this because I love chiropractic care. I think more people should have it. Tell us a little bit about what you do in your practice and why it's so important for people to actually participate and get chiropractic care.
Well, first off, the practice is more than chiropractic. So we have a couple of things. We have chiropractic care. We have an orthopedist who does general adult orthopedics. Okay, she takes care of a wide range of things.
Okay.
And we have a great massage therapist, and we do some physical therapy. So we cover a lot of different areas. So just to get back to, let's say, just chiropractic. What is it about chiropractic that people should be doing? Well, listen, most people think about chiropractic and they go, car accidents, injuries, sports injuries, things like that. Great. Back pain, neck pain. Yeah, we help all that. But the biggest thing that we do in people in the long term is help with their health and their wellness. Because if their nervous system is functioning as good as it can be, then they're going to function as good as they can be.
Wow.
And every day we want to get up and we want to be as healthy as we possibly can. Think about it. You get up every day and you say, what am I going to eat today? And you try and make really good choices.
Most of the time, yes.
Yes, but you try and make really good choices.
Absolutely.
Right? You're going to, you choose different foods because you know that they're good for you.
Absolutely.
Right? So food is one aspect of health. Every day you get up and you say, today's going to be a great day, don't you? And you say, thank God, and you go about your business and you know that you're blessed. Positive mental attitude is another great thing to have. And maybe you exercise. Maybe you don't exercise every day, but you exercise.
You get something in there.
You get something. Maybe you go out for a walk, you go to the gym, you do CrossFit, you do Orange Theory, whatever. You do something, right? Most people do. Another great part of health. We're just another piece of that puzzle and that pie in your life of health and wellness.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that because you're right. Most people, when they think chiropractic, they immediately think, oh, car accident, call this attorney, whatever. But really, chiropractic care is kind of a ongoing thing because people don't realize just how out of line they are. And it could come from many different things. They come from sleeping on bad mattresses.
You're 100% right. It's amazing how many times people say to me, how did I get this way? Well, I said, you know what? That's the $64 million question. Not even
1,000.
We're at the 64 million. I said, if you could figure that out, you'll be a really, 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 really wealthy. Because that's what it is. 80% of Americans have back pain. And it comes from everything. So it could start from when you're a little kid. And we're all as little kids. What do? We jump off of beds. We wrestle with our siblings or our cousins. We fall off a bicycle, off a fence.
I've done all of those.
Right? So have I. I've done a couple of project me off the front end of my bike, right? Over the handlebars.
Bars and everything. You're absolutely right.
I played college football. I had to try with the pros. My body's taken its toll. Think about all the athletes that you see all the time. The Tom Brady's, the Jerry Rice's, some of the biggest names, they get chiropractic care on an ongoing basis.
That's right.
Why? Just because they feel hurt? No, because they know that it's another step in their taking care of themselves and their health and their well-being. So that's what it's about. That's the long-term piece of it.
And really it is, okay, so tell me in chiropractic care, it's the manipulation of the bones or the tissues. Tell us what it really, because I think a lot of people are scared of it because, again, they don't know what it is.
Yes. So what is it? So we have a spine.
Okay.
And we have a spine that has 24 movable vertebrae. And they can move. So if we have two spinal bones right here, and one just moves a little bit out of alignment, what's coming out from this side is a spinal nerve. That nerve goes somewhere.
Okay.
That can go down to your hand, down your arm, your leg. It can go to the muscle, or it can go to some of your organs inside. And what does it do? Well, if I'm now pinching that
I
nerve,
was gonna say you're sticking out. Yeah,
I'm
you're not
sticking
raising
out
it, right.
and I'm pinching it, we won't be able to communicate. And where's that communication come from? Inside of us. So the muscle or the end organ, whatever it is trying to tell your brain something's going on. Except there's like a roadblock in the middle and it can't get there. So now your body goes, well, there's something going on. I don't know how to fix it. So it tries to figure out how to fix it and put a Band-Aid over it, and it doesn't really work a lot, and it gives you pain. So we go in and we remove that interference, take the pressure off the nerves, and what do? We give you a more holistic, vitalistic approach to be able to express who you are on an everyday basis.
And a lot of people don't realize too, Dr. Mark, that if they do chiropractic care on a regular basis, then you actually may end up correcting whatever they have a problem with without them having to have surgery. Because I think that's what a lot of people do not want, is to have surgery. So with the chiropractic care, putting you back aligned, that may just do the trick.
It can, Tamara, a lot of times. But you know what? The great thing about our office is we have the orthopedic in the office. So guess what? There are times that we see patients and we're working with them and there's just something it's just still not right. We refer it over to the orthopedist, who then takes a look and says, you know what? Yeah, we need to do more than this. We need more corrective care. We need something else. You need something to get you over that hump, to make what we're doing on the chiropractic and physical therapy and the massage side work better.
And that could be, we were talking about that part, and we mentioned that, maybe people have pains in their knees, ankles, and that could just be from wear and tear. It doesn't have to be because you were a professional athlete. It could just be because I'm old now. That's the reason why. And stuff is starting to, fall apart.
I don't know about you, but I'm starting to feel some of my age.
Amen.
And you're right. So that's where people have come in with, not just neck pain or back pain, but they'll come in and they have a knee problem or an elbow problem. And you know what? We'll look at it, we'll evaluate it, and if I think we can help it with just doing what we do in terms of the physical therapy and massage, great. If I think it's worse than that, I think there's something more going on, it goes right over to the orthopedic, let her see it, let her evaluate it. That's what she does best.
Right.
She takes care of those things. So she's taking care of knees, wrists, the carpal tunnels, the trigger fingers.
I was just about to say that. Everybody has that now because of the computers and the phones.
Oh, more than that, what they call now text thumb and texting neck.
Wow.
Right? It's now new verbiage for the thumbs from all the texting and keeping your head here and being forward. So we look at posture in the office. We look to see, are you forward? Is your head, right, there we go. See, as soon as I say posture, everybody does that. It's amazing. But we look, because where do we spend most of our day?
At the office.
At the office.
In front of a computer.
And how about kids? Where do they spend most of their day?
In front of a game.
In front of a game, in front of a kid, and they're down here. So all these things now are putting pressure on the spine, on the muscles, and the tissues around your spine, holding you in place this way. Okay? And we work with all that.
Wow. All right, so you heard right here, Broward Medical and Rehab, Dr. Bruce Mark. I want to get quickly, we talked about the fact that you're the chiropractic physician, and then Dr. Robin Simon, she's the board-certified orthopedic surgeon. But you mentioned that you have massage therapy too, and people do not take massage lightly. It really makes a difference.
Makes a big difference. We have a great therapist, Brian Felton, and he does some incredible work with some of the patients and really gets them, from a position of being tight and non-stretching to get into stretch and feeling better and feeling looser. And just the massage is just such another big component of wellness.
Okay. And so now, of course, everybody wants to ask this question, do you take insurance?
We do.
Okay, good. That's always important.
We take, I would say, almost every insurance there is.
Okay.
Okay, chiropractically, we even take some Medicare. We take Medicare, Medicaid. Okay.
So you don't want that to be the reason why people don't come, is because they don't think that they can afford it.
This is an insurance. Insurance covers it. And when you come to the office, what you'll do is you'll call in, and the staff up front knows. They call, they verify the insurance for either both the chiro and the ortho. They tell us, and they'll call you back and say, this is what you're covered for.
Perfect.
This is your copay. This is your deductible. This is what it is. This is how it's going to work. So there's no surprises.
And I'm so happy.
We try and limit the surprises.
Right, and I was going to say, I'm so happy that insurance companies have now put this, into their premiums and their packages, because even my insurance, I'm eligible for one chiropractic visit a week, so that's 52 visits a year.
That's great.
So there is no reason not to go to the chiropractor if you're having problems. No reason not to go to Broward Medical and Rehab. They're located at 2607 Polk Street. That is Hollywood, Florida, right next door to us here in Miramar, right here in Miramar. We wish you were right here in Miramar, but he's in Hollywood at 2601 Polk Street. So the number, 954-925-7333. That number again, 954-925-7333. And you can always find him at Broward Medical and Rehab, located in Hollywood, Florida. Chiropractic physician, Dr. Bruce Mark, thank you so much for coming
Thank you.
today.
We have a Facebook page, Broward Medical and Rehab.
Okay.
You could check the website, browardmedicalandrehab.com. The massage therapy is on there. You can book your appointment on there. You can do so many different things.
You've made it easy for us.
We make it easy.
All right, sounds good. Thank you so much, Dr. Mark. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much for having us on, Tamara. We appreciate it.
Thank you. And we'll be right back. Good morning, Miramar. I'm your host, Tamara G. And as we always say, it really is right here in Miramar. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at City of Miramar. And speaking of being right here in Miramar, we have our very own Commissioner Winston Barnes. He is here to talk about his free citizenship drive. So welcome to the show, Commissioner Barnes.
Thank you so much.
And this has become not only a passion for you, but you are the driving force behind this. You've been doing this now for several years. Tell us all about the free citizenship drive.
Okay, it takes place this Saturday at the Vernon Hargray Youth Empowerment Center at 7000 Miramar Parkway. You can't miss it. It's at the flyover where you see the water tower. Simple as that. Why this is essential is that there are a number of people who are sometimes intimidated to go in and sit down and talk with an attorney.
Okay.
So what we do, we bring the attorneys to the community. We have volunteer, all attorneys in the state of Florida has to do what are called pro bono hours. So they come and they volunteer their time. In fact, we're actually having youngsters come out and do their volunteer hours with us on Saturday.
Okay.
So what you do, you come to this situation and the attorneys you do at first a check-in.
Assessment kind of thing.
Right, you do that sign-in letter, and they look at your situation and they'll advise you whether you should proceed or not. They will actually assist you in filling out the forms. I'll tell you why this is significant. There was a time the immigration application form for citizenship was 4 pages.
Okay.
These days it's 20-something pages.
And these are people who are in the country who may not even understand the language.
Yes.
And now they're having to read 26 pages
Yes.
trying
With
to get
questions that are maybe not deliberative but are confusing.
Okay.
Where you should probably put a yes, you might end up putting a no. An attorney can help you to navigate that reality and save you time and money. And in addition, if there are additional challenges to your application, you have you've not paid your taxes for a while, you have alimony, you have child support payments, maybe this is not for you.
Okay.
The attorneys will advise, go square that away, and then you can apply, because those are some of the challenges that we face these days. As I indicated earlier, the current administration in Washington has made it extremely frustrating. A number of adjectives are used, they're modernizing it, and what they're really doing is making it tougher, frustrating people so they'll go away. What a drive like this does is we bring you in and we say, hey, look at this, this is what we're going to help you to do. And when you leave, you would have a package that you mail off.
All right.
You might have additional documents that you have to insert, but you leave with a package, you simply put in the mail.
And it's a clear path to citizenship because you have now spoken with attorneys, you have gotten that information.
Exactly.
It's not somebody's cousin's brother.
That's filling out the papers for you.
Yeah, or sister-in-law that says, well, when I did it, this is,
And the story has changed.
from that time, right?
It's changed over the last year.
Right, right.
Because And I mean, I did this a million years ago, and those days, honestly, it was probably 4 pages.
And now 20.
And now 20-something pages.
Wow.
So what happens is the attorneys, and the attorneys are people that I work with in my job situation at the radio station, they have done this kind of drive with us in the past. So they come to it with a wealth of knowledge and an understanding of what the process demands of applicants. And we urge that when you come, there are a number of documents you should come with. For example, you should have a check or money order for $725. There was a time the application fee was probably $50.
Wow.
$725.
Okay.
If you have your social security card, walk with your passport.
Some types of ID, because you just can't come in there
Not
and
just
say,
an ID, but a number of documents.
Okay.
Definitely you have your green card. And some people are saying, what is the green card? The green card means you are a permanent resident of the U.S. There are some people who might come and they'll have one of the old cards that are actually green. The more recent cards are really pink, not green, but they still call it green card.
Things change,
right.
Okay.
Exactly. If you have a green card, say from you were 15 years old, you're probably going to have to change it before you finish applying for citizenship, because in fact in some situations you can actually apply for citizenship and file to renew the green card as well.
At the same time?
Yeah.
Okay. What about divorce papers, marriage
yes,
papers?
you have divorce papers, you should bring those along with you. If you have bills and other documents that show where you've lived for the last 3 to 5 years, you can go ahead. And ideally, you are eligible to apply for citizenship after you've had a green card for 5 years. But if you are married to a U.S. citizen and have been married to that same person for 3 years, you can apply at the 3-year mark.
Okay, so see, that's things that you will learn when you come to the free citizenship drive. It is happening Saturday, April 6th, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Vernon E. Hargray Youth Enrichment Center, 7000 Miramar Parkway, right underneath the water tower. You cannot miss it. I wanted to ask you this, Commissioner Barnes, as well. This is open to everyone. It's not just Miramar residents.
No, and what we find is people will come in from elsewhere. People would have heard me on the air, for example. But I think what makes this kind of endeavor so gratifying, I remember one of the drives we did before. This couple, they were in their 80s. And this lady, she said to me, she says, I've been trying to get him to come do this. They spoke little English.
Okay.
But guess what? School board member Patty Good was there. She was our translator.
Because she speaks Spanish.
She
right?
got them in, and they were so grateful. They would not leave unless she gave me a hug. They would not leave unless she took a photograph with me. So that is what makes an exercise like this so gratifying.
Right. It's all about community.
Yes, yes it is. Yes,
Okay.
it is.
And helping them. And the best part about this is that it's
It's free. Absolutely free.
Do you all understand that? Do you know? And you talked about it, that if you were to go into an attorney's office, this could cost you probably thousands
of dollars.
Yeah.
My understanding that these days is thousands of dollars.
All right. So it is a free citizenship drive, Saturday, April 6th, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. I'm going to show you this. Andy, if you can hone in on that. It is going to be this coming Saturday, so definitely check it out. It is for your benefit. If you know someone who is trying to get their U.S. citizenship, please have them come, bring their identification, the check, money order, or credit card for $725 for the application fee, your permanent resident card, also known as an alien registration card or green card, a birth certificate, naturalization certificate, certificate of citizenship, marriage license, divorce degree, your passport, social security card, and if applicable, your proof of receiving food stamps, proof of social security income, police records, anything that you think you may need to help you become a citizen of these great United States. So thank you so much, Commissioner Barnes, for doing this. And you've been doing it, like I said, for several years, and it's grown so much so you're having to turn people away. So you should tell them to get there early, right?
Yeah, you should get there early, because we jump right in, because the people who have volunteered are going to be there on time. And if you don't mind, we have a telephone number you can call. I don't want you to overwork my legal my assistant. It's 954-602-3142. That's 954-602-3142.
All right, so Sherry's going to be happy with you about that.
Well, she's done it before, so she can manage.
602-3142. That's 954-602-3142. Thank you so much, Commissioner
You're
Barnes, for
welcome.
coming in, and much success with this one as well.
you so
I
much.
know people are going to be there. They're going to
They
be waiting
better
for you.
They better show
I
up.
was going to say, they're going to be waiting for you when you get there.
Oh, yeah.
And thank you so much for watching today. Again, don't forget to check us out on all of our social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at City of Miramar. And as always, it's right here in Miramar. Until next time, good morning, Miramar. I'm Tamara G, and I'll see you next time.